trying to fix stuff. Always something. I just adjusted this stuff, post up, put the projector higher so it's not in my face anymore. So, right, whatever. And I want to adjust this frame on the camera so that I can put a light on it. I don't know if the phone is this working. Yeah. You gotta figure out how to connect my microphone because right now I'm using that microphone. This is the camera from the computer there. That's the light I want to put somewhere else because that's what it looks like if I take it off. Yeah. So then I got to adjust it. Right now it's stuck on the screen. I want to get rid of it. I want to put it a little further out. I got to go do groceries. Oh boy. Anyways, so here we are on a Sunday afternoon, and I figure out how to improve my place. That's all. Figure out. Trying to figure out how to do all this stuff. Mm-hmm. How come it didn't get 10? I just got to tighten it up a little bit. You know, I do this side, and I'm going to do right here. I need to figure out a way to magnetize this thing because it's kind of like weak, a weak magnet. Always, really hot today. Really hot today. It's 5 o'clock, 5:30. It's not too bad. Um, 89, 87, about 88 or so outside. Here for me, it's I keep it warm. I like it warm. I mean, maybe when I'm sleeping, I keep it a little cooler. Come on, get in there. There we go. Should be going in here. Why am I not in? Oops. Oh yeah, I gotta. So always tweaking stuff. I'm always improving, trying to improve my stuff. And where is the? Oh, there it is. My bad. It was in the wrong spot. Wrong spot. There we go. Now we're talking. Okay, I got one more here. And that's going to go right there. Yeah. Let me get that one. Oh, man. So actually, I'm at the wrong spot. Shoot. Oh, well. Do I? And I'm in rain. Oh, yeah. I didn't put it in the right spot. There we go. Let's go right here. Wrong screw, wrong place. So that's okay. Yeah, always fixing stuff. Or I wouldn't say fixing. I like to adjust things and like to improve what I've got. Right. A lot of people always think that skip. Now I got a frame, so I just rotated that frame just to be like this, but camera's upright anyways, so I just gotta kind of tighten up this thing so now it's nice and tight. Everything else looks good. Yep. Get Velcro on there so I can just stick it anywhere I want. And I have to buy different cords. These are really good cords, but yeah, not so great, right? Wait, how did I do that last time? So this is going to go like this, and this is going to go like that, right? Okay, here we go. This. So now we're here. That's good. So that's right. Make sure it's nice and tight. And I can clip on. Come on. Like that. Light. Right here, frame. And I have a camera. Just a height. Yes. And then you can change the lights, right? So it's intense right now, and oh, that's too bright. You can change the light. Way bright to not so bright. Down to really low. I turned it off. Right, so that's going to go up here on the frame, right? I got a clip-on thing. There we go. The other one was clipping on the screen of the computer. Yeah, not a good idea. So here we go. That's done. Now, if I turn it on, a little bit of light. That's not too bad. Light. That's a little bit further away. There we go. I can go a little brighter. Let's see here. There. How's that? Too bad. I got it. It's funny how the camera from the computer follows you, right? So you go like this. Oh, it's not doing it. You go like this. And then it'll be, oh, there you go. It centers you. Trying to center you. So then adjust the lighting, right? So it's so it's adjusting. There's always kinds of little details and stuff. And so you're trying to figure stuff out. Right now, I think I'm going to move that computer over there and take the big screen that's here and put it up here so that I have a better angle on the back, right? And that's my background. Fish stuff. Got lots of stuff. I got the nice little projector right up here. And then, so it's higher, right? So I had it lower, but then every time I moved, I was getting like. So got a little post. Yeah. And then, yeah, so this was the stand for the overhead camera, but I got to get rid of this because it was in the way. Stuff. It's a selfie stick, anyways. Taking a nice space on the table. So now I can use it again. Someone. So we're doing enough work. So this is done. It's good for the GoPro, especially when I walk around the forest. I can just stick the action camera on here and then throw it in the river or up a tree and I got to figure out how to put all this stuff. It's too much. It's a lot of stuff because I got all these things that are. This is good for the phone, but I figure out where to put it. And then, yeah. So a stand. I have the little camera here, pocket camera. I figure out where to put all this stuff, right? I use a lot of it, just the clips and stuff, but yeah. I don't have, this apartment doesn't have a lot of stuff. I have a couple of tables and stuff, but I don't have any cabinetry. I got one little cabinet for clothing, a couple benches. So it's accumulating stuff, but I just don't like accumulating stuff. So I got tables, so I put stuff on the tables. But yeah, so I spend my time just fixing stuff and put the tools together. Yeah. So yeah. What is that? Let's do this up here. Yeah. I don't really like that light there. It's like, it's the front of the screen. But I think that if I move this and I switch these two over, computer over there, screen over there, then I can have the light in between that goes over the keyboard. So I can at least have a light over the keyboard. And then this area will be open. Like right now, the computer's in here, but if it's in the corner, I got much stuff. So yeah, the funny things with life, you're trying to figure stuff out, and there's no other way but trying, right? You know, I got all the notebook, the stuff. I gotta get a little trash can. Uh, I got a little bucket for all these little clips and stuff, and yeah, stuff everywhere. So massive, not simple, micro SD card, which are kind of like scattered around. Some with the tools. Yeah. So yeah, it's coming. It's just that it's I don't know. Today I've been tired, so did go out the other night. See Pierre, went out karaoke and stuff, which is all right. It's just that I'm not the type of guy that like I don't really care for drinking anymore. When you get older and stuff, it takes you days to recuperate. So I didn't have that much drink. I think I had a couple beers and I think I had a gin and tonic or something. But I went to bed late and yeah, so I went to bed late when Friday. So Friday night, so Saturday morning. Went to bed Saturday morning, real late, whatever, early, whatever. Anyways, and I didn't. I get up. Well, Saturday was kind of screwy, right? It was in a daze, didn't sleep enough, and scheduled off, and then so I went to play ball. Sweat all the alcohol, get out of get out of the the house, and it was really hot. The gyms are really hot. Sweated. This is good. It's fun, right? Did a good solid hour training, whatever. Went with Saint, so he's a classmate. Anyways, and that was good. But and then the ride was back. Everything was hot, right? So it takes like 40 minutes to get there, or so 40 minutes back because all the gyms are far. There's not. It's hard to find gyms for basketball. Like workout gym, I got one down the street. It's only like 5 minute walk, so it's okay. Might go there tonight. Anyways, but then I slept for like 3 hours. I just passed out. Had some food, drink, shower, whatever. Passed out for 3 hours, and then literally I put an alarm up on the phone, and then didn't wake up. I was just out, and then woke up, ate good food, had some fish and stuff like that. Some good meal, salad, whatever, veggies, and plenty of fluids. And what happened was, and then I worked and stuff, and then I went to bed again. I went to bed the regular hours, did a bit of shopping, whatever, and then worked on the house, did laundry, whatever, and then woke up this morning. What did I do this morning? Just another couple loads of laundry, get some good food, and then I've been sorting videos. Like I go on here and I sort. I got so much, like I got like dozens of SD cards. I've got 2 full 1 terabyte hard drive of videos and pictures, 2 drives, and then I got Google Drive. Right, Google Drive is loaded, so I'm paying Google Drive every month, almost like $5 every month to maintain that stuff. And then videos from basketball, fish, all my pictures, whatever. But the stuff is like 20 years of stuff, right? So I've got 20 years of videos and pictures and stuff. Some stuff is, and I haven't been through it, right? Because I've been working so hard, taking care of the farm and things like that. And so, see where I need a screen. Is this the screen? No, that's the trying to find my server stuff. I gotta get rid of this thing. Yes. This in here. There you go. So now I got videos. These are river videos and stuff from the villages and stuff. And right now I'm trying to figure out where is computer camera, overhead cameras, overhead rivers, upriver, sunsets. Yeah, I got to go that. Trash. Yeah, paste soy camera in there. So yeah, I'm always tweaking stuff, but I'm looking for maybe it's this one. No, that's not it. Let's see. No, Japan countryside. That's the countryside. So that's yeah, I got a little slideshow trying to adjust that. OBS maybe. Those drone videos. More drone videos. Oh, those slides from the karaoke nights and stuff. And what else? Yeah, that's basketball. There's some basketball stuff. Yeah, so somewhere in here, I think I'm gonna have to. So something. Yeah, scene two. No, that's videos. It's drone. It's more drones. So yeah. Anyways, so I'm trying to come up with yeah some stuff. Scene. This is yeah. So this would be it. So I gotta get the video capture. No video. No. I want to do display, and I want to go properties. I'm gonna go. Is this it? Well, I don't have anything on here. So that's, oh, that is. I was there. Okay. So I go here and I go screen from screen. So here we go. Let's see here. If I go videos, right? So yeah, videos, whatever. And it's funny how comes in loading. Tell me to play. Oh yeah. So videos, right? So I got a bunch of videos here. Not many. I'm just cleaning up SD cards, right? So I go through SD cards. So it's one here. Yeah, I got one here. You know, which one's this one? Some DJI. So is this drone? So look at all the files. Yeesh. So I go through and I say, okay, what's the picture? Okay, so that's Nishiwakura ski hill, right? So I have to. I'm just going through this stuff, right? I got to go through all this stuff, and this is just one slide, one thing at another, and then I got a whole hard drive of videos of fish that I'm played with, so took videos of, for website stuff. Anyways, and we haven't even talked the basketball, the family stuff, the vacations, the whatever trips. Still got a lot of stuff in Japan to deal with, so there was some cool videos here that were really nice. Oh, this is what I was working on. So this is like waypoint stuff, and I was just trying to. I don't know if this will work, right? So yeah, I'm just practicing stuff. This is landing stuff. Okay, so I don't want that. Let me pick a big one. Is this it? Let me see this one. What's this? Is that? Oh yeah. So these are the cool videos. So I took one of the drones and I went way up. I maxed it out. Like I think it was like 500 meters or something, 1,500 feet. And I just tried it and I thought, man, check this out. That's freaking Japan, man. No cities, just forest. Just lots. This is waypoint. So I was waypoint is your map areas on the thing and you let it fly. Right? So, but I got a whole section where I did basically around the park, right? And around the whole thing. So all you see is this. That's it. So right now I'm just playing, right? I'm just working on the drones and stuff. Gives you an idea of what stuff. So I got some nice videos. There's the valley. So it's all fun, right? It's all fun. It's just that it's a lot of work, and I'm just trying to get organized in this new type of life, right? So, yeah, it's going through post-retirement. That would be what I would call what I'm going through right now. So it's there's a lot of things to think about. You got your finance to think about, you got your health to think about, and then you got to figure out what you're going to live, what you're going to eat, where you're going to eat, where you're going to shop. And then what do you want to do with your time? I don't have a lot of money. Let's get that clear. I'm not. I just like downsize my expenses. So I had the big farm, well, sort of big farm. And I basically decided I want to do something else. Fish farming was great, had a lot of fun, learned a lot of things, but it was time for me to do something else, right? So it is what it is. We do what we got to do to do our things, and I was just trying to, like find a new chapter, new things for me to do, right? And it's easy. People say it's easy. You just go out there and get things done, right? But it's not that easy, right? Trying to figure out what a path and you know what am I going to do with myself, right? What am I going to do in the future and stuff. So Japan was interesting, so that's why I choose here. There's other countries I choose, right? I was thinking Panama, Costa Rica, Belize, because I like Central America. Uh, but after going there a couple of times and then talking to people there, and people that've been there, I wasn't too. I was like, yeah, I don't know. I don't see myself living in a jungle, right? It's okay for short term, but maybe do ecotourism and stuff like that. So, oops, we're going a little fast here. So, yeah, like I say, I got to go through the videos and edit the stuff and figure out what's worth saving. And a lot of it is practice, right? I'm just practicing. And you see the latest ones. What we have on the latest one is, whatever. I'll still open it up and see. So, these are, just trying to figure stuff out, and then, this is the hand one, I think, or is it the, I'll find out. And I don't even know if I'm flying or is it, oh yeah, so, there you go. So, it's like a game. It's like too fast. Don't spin too fast. Right? So, you're trying to learn to fly, but, we'll switch in different scenes here. So those friends and stuff. Anyways, there's a lot of things that that I want to do, and Japan gives me the opportunity. I had to get a visa, so a visa is going to have to be student, right? So it's not for everybody, right? Being in Japan is not for everybody. People think that I want to retire in Japan. It's great. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. It's a great place to see, right? People, but I mean, it's like any country, right? Every country is different. So you got hundreds and hundreds of countries you can go visit. Some more challenging than others, and this is a good place, but it is not what you guys think it is, right? It's very different, right? There's two sides of it. The touristy parts, they butter that stuff up. Like it's so beautiful and clean and smells good and everybody's pretty and everybody's smiling and everybody, that's great, whatever. That's marketing, dude. That's marketing. They want your money. They want your money. And they know they're cheap. Like it's an affordable place, right? They know it's affordable. But living here, not the same. Not the same. You have to follow the rules. When you're a tourist, you don't really care, right? They do the stuff, and they let you do whatever, but you're definitely not perceived the same way. Right? It's like on one side, you're a guest, right? So you're a tourist. Oh yeah, great, man. Come on, like shit. We'll butter your stuff up, man. We'll package it for you. We'll make it little nice, cute little meals with little figurines on it. And we'll, serve you with the pretty girls and stuff. And I've got all the fashion guest stuff going on and the cute music and the little, all the little, again, artistic stuff. And the plates are all nice and big and like, it's all designed when you're eating, and then the clothing, and then the shopping malls, and everybody walks in a straight line. And it's great, right? It's great as a first impression, right? Rice fields. So it's great. All that shit's great, but they want your money. They want you here. They'll take care of you like you wouldn't believe, man. You'll have a toothbrush, you'll have a fresh toothbrush in their bathroom every day. You'll have fresh soap every day. You'll have fresh coffee every day. That's perfect. And then suddenly you leave and they'll do the same thing for the next person. And then, but when you go out there and you come back and you want to live here, then perception is different. Now it's like they look at you like, oh, you come here because now you want to take advantage of this stuff, right? So you want to live here, get a visa, and then get a house, or whatever, right? Enjoy the food longer, pay less, whatever the story is, right? So it's a little different, right? So they have issues. Right? It's not the same as the U.S. or Canada or Europe or any of these places. People are introverts. It's an introvert culture. So they like to keep to themselves and they do their own thing. And it's very hard. I'll be honest with you. Very hard to make friendships here. I've been here 3 times now. This is my 3rd time, but this time I've been here for 4 months now, and I'm here for this year and hopefully next year and the year after that. So I got a 3-year visa, but it's 2 school and 1 work. So anyways, that's another story. So I've got to renew every year anyway. So it's 1 year at a time, right? You're not here for 3 years. I'm here for a little while and see what happens. But the thing is, being here is you bring your stuff with you, right? You bring your knowledge and your experience and stuff like that, and then your way of living, and you do your own thing. But the thing is to be here, you have to follow the rules. You have to live like they live. You have to friggin' walk like they walk. You have to behave like they behave, right? I can't play music here at night, right? It's no. It's a flat out no. Right? I have to be quiet. Right? This is as loud as I can be in the apartment all day long. If I'm loud, they knock on my door. Like, hey, dude, you're too loud, right? So if I play music, it has to be in earphones, right? You can't have music in the house, right? Even though I'm in an apartment on the top floor, brand new, like it's 2018, right? So it's fairly new. Not hurricane, earthquake stuff. So it's all good, right? But the thing is you have to follow the rules, right? Yeah. You have to let's do this, let's do that. And the socializing here is completely different in the sense that, you can say hi to people in the street, stuff like that, but they'd rather you not, right? They say, konnichiwa or ohayo gozaimasu or things like that, right? And, thank you very much, or sumimasen if you're, trying to get out of the bus or to get out of the train, you're trying to get out. So, yeah. So it's all good. So it's basically a country you keep to yourself, right? Yeah, you can go to the gym and stuff like that. And I go to the gym and I go walks and I do stuff. But the thing is it's not, these are all classmates. So we have a European attitude, but if you don't, they're not going to approach you. They're not going to disturb you, right? They're going to do their stuff. They rarely come over and talk to you, right? They don't talk to people. And so it makes it difficult to socialize. So the experience that I have about socializing is when they go out drinking on a Friday night or a Saturday night, especially Friday night, right? After work, they've been cooped up a whole day. They got the blinders on. They do this stuff. They don't talk to anybody. They go to work, punch a clock, go back home, blah, blah. And then suddenly you go out on a Friday night and after school, you go to izakaya, whatever, pub or whatever, yakiniku or any place where they just hang out and drink, and they start drinking and they let loose. And then you don't recognize them, and then suddenly they're the super friendly people you've ever seen. And they've never they want to hug you and slap a finger. And they're like, oh, I love you, man, and all this kind of stuff. And then you see them the next day or 2 days later, and they barely talk to you. Everything they've done is don't bring it up. Just do your stuff, right? And it's again the same thing on a Friday, right? So you it's hard to socialize, right? It's like a roller coaster. All day, it's all week. It's like this, like leave us alone. We're doing a little thing. We're going to go to convene, get our stuff, and then and then they do this thing, and then they don't talk to them, and then you see girls that you saw at the karaoke and stuff or whatever, and you dance with them and you sing with them, and then suddenly you see them during the week, and they're like they don't barely smile at you, right? They're like, what? Okay, it's like so it's kind of like crazy, right? So it's mentally exhausting, right? So you don't know where to stand. You're walking around and should I say hi? Should I say how's it going today? Or how do you feel? And don't even bother. You just let it go, man. Just let it go. Just talk to them on Saturday or Sunday or whatever, Friday night or something. But the thing is, for me, I don't really care about drinking, right? I can go have fun and do karaoke and stuff like that, but I got other things I want to do, right? The drinking stuff is long gone, right? And and it's hard for me to recuperate. So basically, this week was rough because I went to bed late, and then so today's Sunday, right? Today's Sunday. It's is it? Oh, it's right here. 6 p.m. So I'm finally back on track, right? So it's Sunday, 6 p.m. from Saturday. Slept, ate, good stuff. No drinking right now since the Friday night, and so we're good. And then I'm going to go to the gym tomorrow. Probably go to the weight room tonight. Gym tomorrow. Go shoot some hoops. Probably get a couple of runs in, and then basically work on this stuff. So hopefully my recording's not too bad. It's low. Let's see if I can do it down a little bit. I just noticed the microphone is being a little high. So how's it? A little bit better? Yeah, we'll figure it out. So, so that so there you go, right? So that it's very emotional, right? Because you feel like every day you're walking on eggshells, and another thing that's difficult for me is that they don't treat you the same, right? They don't treat you the same at all. Even though you're living here, you got work permits, you got a place to stay, you got your residence card, you got a bank account, you got a Japanese line phone, so you got all that, right? But they don't treat you the same. They don't give you the same prices. They don't give you if you go to the grocery store, to give you the same price that's listed. But even that, I went shopping to a mall, and I'm out there buying stuff, and I'm picking up stuff off the shelf, and there's a price on the box, and it happened twice. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm going to buy that. That's good. I get to the counter and I buy the stuff, and it's double. I'm like, what's happening? Oh, that's not a good price. It's price. I'm like, really? Okay. And then I just watched someone else pick the same thing, and it was the same. They charged me double for my stuff. And, they smile. They'll just smile at you. And so that happened to me about 4 times now, but twice in the same mall. So I was like, yeah, okay, yeah. So I'll just different stores. But anyway, so there's that. And they just smile at you, and you're like, oh, in the back of the head, you're sitting there like, yeah, well, you're taking advantage, which is okay. I'll get it. Well, fine, whatever. But in the long run, it's okay, I guess, if you want to do that. But you're not helping yourself by, making it harder for us to be here, making it like deviant, right? And so I'm not saying they're all like that, but they're a lot like that, right? So you have to watch yourself everywhere you go, right? I don't like, I don't like to bring my age up, but I'll be 61 next month. I've had relationships, I've had businesses, I've dealt with people, I've dealt with kids, my own kids. I got a pretty good, strong background in psychology. Right? I understand people quite well. And I'm still around, I'm still in good shape. I still play sports. And I do real well. I'm not overweight. I got energy to spare. And so I can read people pretty well, right? I don't care what kind of language you're speaking, but I feel that, I'm not totally welcome here, right? It's sad to say. It's sad to say, but you can definitely feel that you're not welcome. Uh, Many times, I'm in I'm in the bus or train, especially the train, subway, whatever. And let's say I'll sit somewhere. There's open seats, and I'll sit there, and I guarantee you, three times, two, three, two times out of three, or let's say 50% of the time, I sit somewhere at the same place, people will get off the bench that are next to me and go sit across, go sit two bench over. That happens all the time. And I'm sitting there like, I don't smell, shower, shave, brush my teeth, all that stuff. I don't make any noise. I don't play on the phone, just say nothing. I take my hat every time I go on the train. If I have a hat, take it off. I do all my manners. I sit in the corner. And 50% of the time, if someone's sitting there and I'm sitting next to them, they walk away. They don't even step out of the train. They go and sit across or they sit further down. So that happens all the time, regularly. So that's one thing. If I walk down the street and there's people walking by, I can see people completely avoiding. They'll just like, so they look at you and they just like walk away, right? And they're not even like go like this, right? So, and it's funny as hell, right? It's not funny, but so I get that a lot. I got denied many times at restaurants, right? Walk somewhere and they're like, we don't take your kind. Please go somewhere else, right? So that happens a lot. Yeah, so there's a lot of things like that that like. Yeah, I know that they're trying to be comfortable and they're trying to tolerate you and stuff or whatever, but sometimes they make it a little too obvious. And there's a lot of things that I see here that doesn't make it appealing, right? Some people are great. I've had people come up in the middle of the street and give me a hug and say, thank you for being here, right? I don't even know who these people are. It would be a girl, it could be an adult, it could be an old person, it doesn't matter. I've had that. But the majority of the time, it's like, you're like, and now that I'm in an interview process, right? I go out for interviews. Now, now you see the colors, right? You see the colors. And I've done, yes, okay, I don't have certification yet. That's why I'm here. I go to school for the Japanese language proficiency test so I can get N5 and 4, right? In the next 6 months to a year, get up there the ladder, and then I have that. But I can tell you that getting a job here is extremely hard. It's extremely hard. Yeah, fine. Like I'm stuck right now at the bottom. I'm gonna have to go for dishes or garbage disposal or recycling or whatever, like literally the bottom, right? And then possibly Amazon storage and putting emptying trucks in the morning, basically that it's trucks for delivery for food or supermarkets and stuff. They don't want you in the store. They want you. They need the physical labor. So this stuff that I can't get anything decent, right? It's $7 an hour, $8 an hour. Yeah, and then so I don't want to have to say to you guys that it's hard to find work here, right? You could find work in the beginning, work your way up, and hopefully, after spending like say $10,000 this year on an apartment and school, uh, yeah, more than that. Anyways, so hopefully you get a better job, right? And then I got 3 years to figure it out because the first 2 years are going to be school and trying to work part time just to pay some bills, right? Get a little cash money. And then hopefully the third year, which is designed to give you the visa for the third year, is basically to transfer yourself to a job. So the visa is already there for the job. You just got to find someone that's going to take it over, right? So you can work for somebody, and then hopefully on the fourth year you have a sponsor. That's the goal, right? But so far, it's been very difficult, right? And it's not a cakewalk, right? The systems are different, the politics are different. The dealing with going out to the ward to get your paperwork and your residence card and your health insurance and your retirement plan and all that stuff is very, very tedious and slow. because they don't do computers, right? It's all paperwork. They just roll up carts and you sign and they stamp your little stamp and stuff like that. So it's not easy. It's goddamn not easy, right? And so starting a business is a no-no. With the new laws, it's don't even bother. Don't bother. It's a waste, right? If you're an investor, you're not doing it. You're not doing it. So it's basically who you know. You might be able to get away with some stuff, but a guy new like me, I'm not doing that. Right? That's not going to happen. There's no way you invest in an economy that's surviving, right? The Japanese people don't have any money. They're broke. They're broke. They're surviving. And so, yeah, some people have money. It's like anything else. There's a discrepancy. You'll see Ferraris and Lamborghinis and freaking Rolls Royce and Bentleys and all that kind of stuff. But then you'll see a lot of people on bikes. So everybody's on biking on the subway. So nobody, if you have a car, it's a luxury item. So, but that's not that many. I see more cars in Sarasota, Florida on a weekend that I've seen in 2 months in Osaka, right? There's not that many cars here. So anyways, it's a different world. So the big thing right now is the job thing. I've applied to like 30, 40 jobs. And, people say, well, do the English teacher. I'm looking at that. Very difficult. So far, nothing. And most of the people I know in the school can't find an English teaching job either. They say they need them, right? They say they need them. But the problem there is, if I wasn't in Tokyo, it would work, right? In Tokyo, you could get a job like that as a teacher or tutoring for English or French or something like that. But here, it looks like Osaka, the system is not set up for it yet. It's just starting. Right? And so, like, I'm not allowed to go and teach. I could do it under the table, but that's shady, right? So I have to work for a company. But the problem is the companies aren't set up properly. They don't have the infrastructure within themselves to teach classrooms and stuff and have the whole curriculum already set. Osaka is just starting up on that. So they don't have, everybody wants to learn English, but they don't have the setup for you to get a job. There is job, but very little. In Tokyo, on the other hand, they've been doing it for years. So you go to Tokyo, get a job like that and a teacher, if you're in English, whatever. So that's okay. So that aspect for me is done. I can't find that here. Maybe next year, maybe after year after that. And that has nothing to do with Japanese certification, right? Language certification. So I'm looking at other stuff. I looked at tutoring. Can't do tutoring, even though I'm a biology major, and English and French and science and all that. I can't do any of that because I don't have Japanese language certification. So that's done. Even though they need tutor for English, if you want to be a tutor for English in high school, junior high, elementary, you have to have N4 minimum. So N5 is the basic. I don't even have N5. So N4 is more like what they're looking for. Second thing, when you're looking at tutoring, a lot of time they don't take men. They want women because they're younger kids. They don't want men to like, they don't want me to teach young girls, period. Right. They flat out told me, it's like, yeah, we don't want you to be around like 16, 17-year-old girls. They don't want to, period. So they flat out told me that. So they want women. So yeah, maybe if I go to a guy's school, I don't know if they do have that, but the guys would be okay. So now you're down to coaching, but it's very tricky, right? It's very tricky. There's a lot of things that you have to just adapt to. Right? So, yeah, it makes it difficult. So tutoring is done, right? I tried that option. I looked at it. No, I looked at the English teaching. That's not working either. I must have done 20 jobs on that one. It's in the Osaka. That's nothing. I got nothing. And probably the same in tutoring because I just spent all day on the computer and then I went to schools and I went to, how do you call it? The language schools, and they're not interested. So that's kind of like, okay, fine. Right. So that's not working. So, because I'm looking for part-time work and all that job is part-time, but nothing is shown. So school is sending jobs out, but every job listed is N3, N4, right? Certification, even though they don't tell you, oh, you should apply to it. I'm like, I'm not even going to bother. It says N4 on there, and this one N3. I was like, what? So I've applied to a lot of jobs, and it says on here, let's say you go on gaijin.com and you go on work or Japan work. Like I've got all the websites, and they say, oh, don't need this, don't need this, and then you apply for the job, and then suddenly there's a call, and then you have an interview process, and the first thing they ask you is, so can you speak Japanese? And it says, what level, right? Basic, introductory. And then the minute you say you're basic or something like that, oh, well, we're looking for higher level. Thank you for applying. Click. That's it. So every interview I've done so far, that's it. Even though it says you don't need to speak Japanese, right? So it's a little, so I don't have much faith in that, right? And so I'm going to do my own stuff, and then we'll see what happens when I get certification. So my certification test is on December. So we're in June. So July, August, September, October, November. So I got 5 months, good solid 5 months, right? So I'm going to put 5 months at school. So hopefully in 5 months I have a part-time job. If not, I might not be here, right? I'm going to lose my deposit, get penalty. I'll lose, a few $1,000s, but I can't keep staying here if I can't get an opportunity to make money. So yeah, I'm going to try to do posting, right? So I'm going to try to get a bit of income with that. But right now I've never done income on the internet. So I just started streaming. I'm doing the stuff now, but in the long run, I don't think I'll be doing that, So, yeah, I got a bit of money coming in. The house in Florida hasn't sold because the economy's bad. So we're down the toilet. The price is down rock bottom. It's a crash. So that's not going to happen anytime soon. So I'm looking at maybe sell the house within a year. So I got a year of waiting for that. And so I have to pay bills. So I have people renting the house there, but it's basically paying the bills, right? That's it. It's paying my taxes. It's paying my electricity, my internet, all the stuff that's making the house run, right? Pool maintenance and cutting the grass and all that stuff. So, yeah, so that's okay, but it's not going to be a future that I'm looking for, right? So, yeah. So there's a lot to think about, right? I mean, I don't like to think that way because the visas was a bitch to get. It took me 2 years to work on this thing. And I got the visas and I was able to get a 3-year visa, but now they don't do 3-year visa anymore. It's 1 year at a time. So even though I got the 3-year visa, I'm good for the next 3 years for school and all that. I need to find income, right? And yeah, I can live off credit cards or whatever, but I need income. And I did a bunch of jobs today, but it's all crap, right? It's who you know, right? And I don't know many people here, right? So everybody's like, oh, great, great. And then people are slow here. It's really slow. It's not America, right? They're taking their time. They're taking their time getting anywhere. So, like some of the jobs I did, they say, oh yeah, we'll call you next month, right? Or we'll call you in 6 weeks. And I'm like, what? It's like, yeah, so when I talk to people here, getting a job here is a 2 or 3 month process. And I'm like, oh, great. School said they'd help me get a job, but they never did. School told me they would have tutoring for me, and they never did. School told me they would help me find an apartment. They never did. Right. So it's kind of like the minute you're here, they don't give a shit. Right. Oh, you paid your bill? That's okay. Bye. So it's basically a turnover thing. Right. So Japan is not what glorify it is. Yeah. If you get seduced by the food, yeah, whatever. Yeah. If you get seduced by the pretty girl, yeah, whatever. If you get seduced by the castles and all the the kimonos and all the people walking around and it's all smiley and stuff, yeah, so whatever. But I don't look at that. I'm way past that. I'm not into that kind of stuff. I'm here to see if I can help youth, if I can do something, if I could start something, share my knowledge, share my experiences, share what I've done, inspire youth. I inspire a lot of young kids everywhere I've been. That's my goal, right? And it's not about the money. It's never been about the money. I didn't come to Japan to make money. Let's get that clear right there, right? The yen's going down, the housing, you're not coming here to buy a house to make money. Right? I don't want to start becoming a landlord. I'm not going to buy a house and rent it. I'm not doing that. I don't want to do that. I think time is precious and I don't need to spend time, collecting money or fixing a door, waking up in the middle of the night because there's a faucet is leaking. I am not doing it, right? I'm not cutting the grass. I'm not doing that. I'm using my time for something. I will build something. I will get a warehouse and build something. I will do something. But the thing is I don't know if there is opportunities for me here, right? It looked good on paper 2 years ago, but this year it doesn't look good, right? But I'm stuck. I'm here right now, right? And I committed, right? It's like there's no way of backing off of that right now. And I wish there was a better outcome or a better, how do you say, prognosis or whatever. The long run looks better. I'm not going to worry too much about it because I can't control what people do. I can only control what I do. I'm here. I've committed. It's like you're going on the plane and you know you're going to jump off on the parachute. You're committed, right? You're going down, right? And you just hope that the parachute opens up and you land on a nice, comfortable piece of grass, right? Not in a pond, not in a friggin' freezing water, or in front of a truck or whatever. You just hope that you land in the right spot, right? So I'm committed, right? You're going diving in the middle of the ocean. You're diving. You can't just say I'm quitting, then because you're committed, right? So I'm committed. I'm a little disappointed, I would say. I'm very disappointed with the outcome and a lot of things that are happening here. I thought it would be smoother. I'm not afraid of work. I'm not afraid of challenges, but I've never been through what they call a honeymoon phase, right? I don't get seduced, right? Like I've done it before with the fish business. So if you guys know more about the fish business, like a lot of people get seduced by the fish business, right? Like a lot of people will go out there and buy a fish farm and to retire, let's say. And they go, I'm going to retire, be a fish farmer and raise tropical fish and it'll be fun and be cute and have little fish tanks and blah, 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 blah. It's all great, right? But then when they do it, they don't realize that it's a freaking job, right? You go out there and you work all day in the hot sun and you deal with sick fish, dead fish, and then you get customers that are pissed off at you because the fish size wasn't the right size or you didn't send them the right color or whatever the story is. So you're embarking yourself in a journey that is not what you think it's going to be, right? So a lot of people will go on the fish farming, think it's all glory, right? It's great, it looks great. I got this great piece of land and got some nice ponds, and I'm outside, and like I take care of these little animals that people are enjoying. They're so cute and cuddly, whatever, right? So you get all that, but when you're doing it, it's not the same, right? It's not the same. It's you're committed, right? And they get seduced by the color of the fish. They get seduced by the beauty of the farm. They get seduced by the whole thing. And then suddenly the reality sets in. It's like, oh my God, I'm committed. I can't do anything. I have to work on the farm 7 days a week. I have to be here. I have to deal with customers. I have to deal with that. And then there's stuff that breaks, and then the weather's cold and your fish are dying, or the weather's too cold and there's no rain and it's drying. And so I look at Japan the same way. So don't tell me your place doesn't stink, right? It's like we have a saying, don't tell me your shit doesn't stink, right? It's all the same, right? It doesn't matter what country you go to. Yeah, they market it nicely, but I didn't come here for that. I came here because the people are interested. Right? The people are interesting, and I have a really good connection with the youth. But everywhere I go, I meet young people. I'm trying to talk to people now about streaming, and they're interested. And I talk to people about doing basketball stuff. They're like interested. I'm talking about starting small business and help them out, right? And they're interested, right? So it's all that, right? I'm willing to invest in business if someone wants to if someone wants to take it over, right? I'm not interested in doing pizza. I'm not interested in having a coffee shop. I have no interest, but it doesn't mean I can't help you do one. Or make good decisions. I'm trying to make something good, right? So that's where I'm at. And I wish a lot of things would be better, but I know wishful thinking doesn't get you anywhere. So I am here doing my thing, and we'll see what happens. And I have deadlines to make, and I am going to do the test in December, and we'll see how it goes. I'm committed, right? I got 4 hours of school every day, plus 2 hours of homework and some tutoring on the side. So I'm busy, right? And I'm learning, but it's a slow process. It's not an easy language, guys. It's not an easy language. And yeah, if you want to order some food and you want to say hi to people and we'll drop drinking and stuff, yeah, that's easy. I can do that, right? And I can talk and do little bullshit stuff. I can't have conversation, like big conversation, but I've had small talk, right? But if I want to do my stuff, if I want to do drone flying and have a license for drones so I can help out crops, if I want to do basketball training and all that stuff, I have that, all that stuff. I need certification, right? I need Japanese certification, not American certification. And I'm looking at that, but everything's in Japanese and everything's in written in Japanese and talked in Japanese and explained in Japanese, and you have to read in Japanese. And so getting these tests done for basketball certification or getting certified for drone flying, they say it's 3 months, right? 3 months for you to get your drone stuff. For me, it'll take me a year, right? And basketball is the same point. I know about basketball, but don't try and explain. I can't explain you the stuff in their language, right? I can understand a couple of things, but if I have to talk to a bunch of people that don't speak English and I have to explain, how to break a zone or how to install yourself and deny certain lanes and passing lanes and how to do fast breaks and how to play defense in certain ways so that you isolate players. I can't do that. I can't explain that. I can do it in English, but I can't do it in freaking Japanese, right? And translators don't work that well, and they don't want people to use translator when you're a teacher. So there's a lot of work to do, and there's a lot of work for me to do. So people look at me and say, "Well, I should retire." It's like, well, I am retired, right? I don't want to be playing golf. I don't want to go fishing. I don't want to fucking sit home and go to the restaurants. I don't give a shit. I want to do something with my knowledge and my energy. I don't know how much time I got left, right? I'll be 61. So if you think about it, I might have 10 years, 15 at best, 75. So 10 years. Let's say I got good 10 years. So I'd be 70, 72. That 10 years to get going. So if this place doesn't go the way it goes within the next year, I'm not staying, see ya. Like you guys can keep your kimonos and your sushi and all that stuff and your nice, beautiful sceneries. I don't care. Right? There's beautiful sceneries, beautiful people all over the goddamn planet. Right. So I'll go somewhere else. Right. And so far, I don't see, I don't see it yet. But I give myself time, right? I don't see it yet. I don't see the future yet. All I see is obstacles, and it's okay to have challenges, but it's going to be a difficult road. I know that, right? And it's fine. I'd say at least I did. One of the things I know in life, and I like people to know that, and I hope they do, is that try not to have regrets in life because life is short and shit happens and you don't know where you'll be next year, right? I've lost a lot of friends over the years, more than I can count. And what I mean losing is they're not here anymore, right? Their histories ended, their story ended, and the only story they have left is what's in my head, right? Whatever story is in my head is what's left of them. So I look at time as the most precious commodity I have left. It's not money, it's time, right? And when you're young, like all these students I deal with, like 20 years old, 19 years old, 24 years old, that are here, right? They're students, right? They're from Bangladesh and Sri Lanka and Nepal and India and Korea, China, and, Taiwan, Hong Kong, Philippines. I got people from Spain. I got people from Portugal. I got people from Argentina. I got people from Brazil. They're all come here trying to find a new path. But they're young, right? They're young. They're immortals, right? They don't think about that. They don't think about their time. They're just out there goofing around and they're tired. And I'm tired today. And I'm like, how the hell are you tired, man? You're 22 years old. You're 20. I'm tired, but I'm not tired. So it's a different world, right? You're sitting there doing your stuff, and then you look at this and you're like, I love you guys, and I like to go out without for drink or snack or food, but I'm not doing the touristy stuff. Right? I'm not going to go to the shrines and all that. I've done it before, but that's not why I'm here. I'm here to see if there's potential to start something and inspire another generation to do something else. Right? I don't care if it's one kid. Right? I don't care if it's one kid. If I stay here for 1 year and I help one kid, I've won. Right? So life is not handed to you, right? We all have our demons and we all have our challenges. We all live in different parts of the world. We all have different cultures and dreams and rules that we like to follow or that we try to instill that we have from our parents or our grandparents or our friends. And so everybody's different. And I'll tell you something. I don't hate anybody. On the opposite, I love everybody. I love everybody that walks on the street. That they don't like me, that they whatever afraid of me, or they think I'm something else. I don't care. Right? I don't hate anybody. I love everybody. Even if you've extorted money from me, I'm gonna say, hey, that's on me. I'll just watch myself next time, right? But I'm not gonna worry about like trying to please people around me. I'm not gonna do that. No, I'm gonna do my own stuff. Yeah, I'm going to be courteous. I'm going to be nice. I'm not going to be arrogant. I'm not going to be any of that stuff. But I'm going to do my own stuff. And you're with me, great. You're not, it's okay, right? And I'm going to do my stuff and I'm going to try it. I'm going to give it a shot. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, right? But at least I could say, hey, I tried. So I don't have a regret. Right? So in the past, as a young kid, when I think of some of the stuff I did, of some of the stuff I didn't do, I have regrets, right? I can't do anything about it, but it's a learning experience for me saying, I'm not doing that anymore. So if I take a chance, I take a chance. And if it didn't work out, then I'd say, hey, you know what? It's all good, man. It's not me. I'm good. I tried. I gave it all. Didn't work out. It's okay. And move on to the next project, right? You never know until you try. And making mistakes is part of growing up. You make mistakes on something, fine. You make mistakes, you learn, and you move on, right? And that's where I'm at. So the first 2 months here was difficult, adapting. I ended up having to redo the class. So I basically left the first classroom and went back down because it was too much for me, even though all the classmates kept going, and I had a great class, right? I kept in touch with all of them. We were well bonded, and I enjoyed all their characters, and we have a good connection, right? There's something about that class that we did well. And but I couldn't keep up with them, right? They were more ahead of me. And then when I came in, I wasn't organized. I didn't have a place to stay. I'm living in Airbnbs. And then, I didn't have didn't know where to get to stay. I just was studying out of a suitcase. And, I was doing my best, right? And I did the 3 months, like 2.5, 3 months. And then the vacation, mid-semester vacation came in. And then the first 2 weeks before the vacation, I was struggling because you're doing 4 hours every day. And then in the classroom, I'm learning, I understand 10, 20 minutes, and the rest of the stuff, I have no clue what they're talking about because they don't speak English, right? So that was where I'm at. So I'm like, and every day was the same, right? Weeks after weeks, I'm just falling behind. I'm trying to do homework. I can't get stuff done. I don't understand what they're doing. They don't have tutoring. They don't have any help. Those kids are learning quickly, right? My classmates. But I felt like I couldn't move ahead no matter what I did, right? And that's when I called the teacher and I said, hey, can I restart this? They said, yeah, we have another classroom starting up and that'll work, right? And so I did. So I did that. And so all that came out pretty good. And I started a new project, basically a new class with new classmate, new teachers. And the teachers are actually older. The main one's older and he's much more strict. So, and he goes over your stuff one by one. And so he's much more attentive to details. So that helps me a lot. And then now I'm ahead, right? I'm cruising, right? And so, yeah, I'm not perfect, but I'm cruising. I'm comfortable in the zone. The classmates are a little different. They're good, not as much bonding as the first class, but they're also younger. And so, which is okay, right? I'm not here to judge anybody. I'm just trying to find my own place, do my own stuff. And I get along with everybody, right? So it's no problem there. And so that's where I'm at. So my goal is to keep going, and I'm going to do the best I can with what I've got. And another thing I say to people, be happy with what you got, right? This is what I got. I got a bit of health. I got my health is good. My brain is still functioning nice and sharp. I've got energy. I don't mind putting my foot in my mouth if I have to, if to try something, right? And so it happens. I make mistakes. I gotta keep going, apologize, move on, right? So this is who I am, and I'm not gonna second guess. I will respect myself. I will make sure people respect me, and that's all I can do, right? And have my own dreams and ideas of being optimistic of the world that's happening today, because the world is a little tough right now for the young one. I know who I am. I know what I can do. I know what I want to do. I'm just going to keep going, right? I'm going to keep going and one day at a time, but with a bit of a projection ahead, right? Can't just do one day at a time. I have to look at the head, right? Look for a job. I'll get a job at one point. Won't be what I want. I'll probably washing dishes is where I'm going to be. It's a far cry from what I've known to do, but if it's a stepping stone to learning a bit more language, hopefully that works. And I'm not going to complain about it. I'm just going to do it, suck it up, and see what happens. But I'm not here to, what do you say? I am not here to, like to change the world, right? I'm not here to change Japan. I'm not, that's not my goal. I'm not here to complain about it. It's not my goal either. I'm just, I came, I saw, now I got to conquer, right? So, on the words of Caesar, Julius Caesar, it's like he came, he saw, and he conquered. I'm still at the come stage. I'm here, right? I just came here. So it'll be, I just came. So I'm just starting to see things. So I have to adapt to all these changes and all these ways of life that are very different. They work, I guess, I just have to adapt, but I'm not going to worry. I'm just going to have to fit in, right? I'm not here to change laws. I'm not here to create trouble or ruckus. I'm not here to create anything but a little spot for my conscious and my dreams, right? My little dreams that I want to do and accomplish. So that's where I'm here. And it's a good way to focus energy on new stuff. My retirement, whatever you want to call it. I don't like the word retirement. I think it's a crap load of shit. Waiting to die. So I'm not waiting to die, right? And so I want to do something, and I'm doing it, right? So this is where we're here. So I'm talking too much, like usual, and trying to get organized here. I got to go do some grocery shopping. I don't even know what time it is. So 6:30. So yeah, I'll probably keep streaming. I want to post this just the way it is, and trying to get organized. I'm going to move my desk around, and don't like the way it's laid out. Go through the wires, tie up all the little wires with tie wraps, get all that stuff organized, and then this little studio will be set. I won't touch it. Just press the button, and then put my data. I still got to go through lots of SIM cards. I got like literally 50 of those things to go through and trying to sort stuff, and just one SIM card at a time, one file at a time. I was hoping to do that when I was talking to you guys, but I never. It's kind of like when I'm talking, I can only do, I'm a guy, right? So I don't know if you guys know this, but men, we like to do one thing at a time. Yeah, we can eat and do stuff, little things like that, but we're not multitasking, right? I can't multitask. It's one thing at a time, concentrate on the task ahead and do it, and that's it. So, my bad. I'm a guy, right? It's the way it is. I'm not perfect. Uh, Not even close. So you guys be good. Uh, this was not a stream. This was just a recording. Uh, I'll have to see if I can do anything with it. Maybe I should let it go. I don't care, right? I don't care. I'm not here to sugarcoat anything. Right? I'm here to just do my own stuff. And you want to check what I do? Fine. I'm not here. I'm not gonna force anybody, right? That's not my goal. When I train kids in basketball, I'm not going to force them to do anything. If you want to do it, okay, good, let's do it. If you want to do it, that's okay too. I can't force you, right? So I'm not here to tell people how to live their life. I'm here to do my own stuff, and hopefully, I don't, make people uncomfortable. So that's the goal. Right? Do my own stuff and keep to myself. Share my knowledge. Spend some time with quality people and go from there. There is good people here. You just got to find them. You got to find them and create your own network, like I did anywhere else I've been. Right. So that's what I'm trying to do, and I'll keep at it. Keep at it. So right now, do groceries, come back, do some video stuff, and then trying to post a couple of. I got to do at least 4 shorts today. So I got to do shorts every day. My goal is to do 4 shorts, 4 to 5 shorts every day, and post them and get that number up. Because then I can, when I reach a certain number, I've got monetizing options. So now that's starting to be interesting. I've got time to do it. Let's just do it. I don't care what it's going to be for posts. It might be fish posts, be basketball posts, be Japan posts. It'll be life posts, whatever. Right? So that's the goal for me. I don't know what else to do other than the shorts, the videos, live streaming, trying to interview people maybe. But I'm probably going to interview people on the side and then bring the footage here and do this live stream here. I don't want to start carrying stuff. And so I'm I'm not a pro at this. I'm just a guy that has ideas and is learning to do this stuff and go from there, right? And I got a bunch of videos of how do you say it? Of all my farm stuff. So this is all stuff. So I go here. Let's go back. Let's go back. These are short videos, so I'm just going to pick up. Farm stuff, fish pictures, farm bush. There's so many folders here of stuff. Pictures, phone, farm videos, pictures, site. Mount Fuji. You can do some Mount Fuji stuff. It opened up. Go back. I go here. Okay, so there's a way to get that. There's nothing in that folder. Mine mostly is and instead of so that's all the oh yeah, it's all fish farm stuff. Let's see what do we want to do. Yeah. So, all fish farming stuff. What do we got here? Pictures. Yeah, I don't want to do pictures. Farm videos. Use some farm videos. I'm just picking stuff, guys. Just picking stuff. Oh, fish stuff. Right. So a little dark. So get something else. It's fine. I might have to go. It's on the wall. It's hard because you have uh, it's not super bright. So see fish picture. Yeah, little fish stuff, fish videos. Yeah, so yeah, a lot of stuff is rough, but it's oh wait a minute. So that I can go somewhere. I'll just go to the fun stuff, right? So here, what we have here, let's pick any videos. I'm picking any, I'm just randomly picking. Okay. Done that. So let's go back. Let's do Let's do this. I'm gonna do. Let's see. Oh yeah, underwater stuff. Anyways, so fish stuff, right? So yeah, fish stuff. Yeah, so I'm gonna sit here. So yeah, keys, Florida keys. So, anyways, I just put a little background stuff, fishing videos that I did, diving, fishing, that kind of stuff. So, yeah, like I say, I got a lot of stuff I could use for making shorts and videos of any kind. So, it is what it is. Like I say, I'm going to keep going, and I could talk for hours. I'll show you a lot of stuff and go from there. So, I'll readjust all this and figure out how to work all this stuff. And I got tons of videos on these cameras too. We got a whole box of action camera footage from all over the place. Deal with that. And then I got this camera here that I took a lot of footage with, and I have to go through with one of these things, right? And they're great. They're just uh, it's easy to take footage. It's hard to deal with it afterward, right? It just stacks up. It stacks up. And so and then sometimes you're like, oh man, I didn't know I had that. Oh, I didn't know I had this. So I didn't know so there you go, fishing in the back, So, um, yeah, so I'm in there somewhere. Actually, I know the one's hidden. Yeah, I'm driving the boat with the long hair. You go. So, adjust stuff. Yeah, so it's fun to do stuff. Fun. So, we'll keep plugging away, right? Keep plugging away. I'll let you know how it goes. Place is messy. Got my basketball shoes, got my drone sitting there. There's a bunch of stuff to deal with. So we'll get there, right? We'll get there. I'm not like saying figure it out, figure out what we're gonna do. And then I just hope something good comes out. Right. That's always want something good, right? I'll take simple stuff.